good background in personal development, and you know, a lot of that is missing. You know, first of all, generations ago, the way parenting was done, I'm getting the muddy water now. I was talk about getting dislikes and starting problems. I'm gonna make some people dislike me now. I'm gonna talk about parenting. But look, man, that's real. I can't help it. People don't like real talk. It is what it is. If I was a parent, I'd be saying the same thing about me. Except at some point, I decided that I need to learn a lot more about different things, and so I recognize my own flaws and faults and shortcomings, and therefore I want to read and learn about other things. But too many other people are not that way. They think that the way that they do things is just fine and dandy. And so that's where the problem comes in. But as I was saying, generations ago, the way our great-grandparents did things and what they passed on to our grandparents, and, you know, these principles and habits and rituals, they included personal development, y'all. And all of this other outside influence wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? So it was a different world. You don't need to get over here unless you're going to speed up. It was a different world. So that's why, you know, you might say, well, they didn't get this. Yeah, but it was a different time, a different world. They didn't have to get this training. You didn't have the influence from the internet. You didn't have all this negativity so easily accessible. You didn't have hip hop, entertainment, movies. You didn't have all this stuff. You didn't have video games with all of the violence and nudity. You didn't have people on the, well, you had some music that talked about some of the same stuff, but it's not the same thing. Look at impressions by media. Used to be, you put a message in front of somebody an average of 7 times in order to get traction, and them making a decision based on that message being repeated. Well, I don't know what average number of times it requires now to have the same traction. I'm going into advertising now. But it's impressions and name recognition and brand recognition, all that stuff matters. But the point is, now you expose, people spend hours on Facebook. The average person spends hours on Facebook every day. So the ads that hit you from the Facebook and YouTube, look at how long people spend on YouTube. So those ads that you see every day, several times a day, it matters. It has an impact on you. Even if you don't make a move on a conscious level, you are affected, and on a subconscious level, when you have a choice to make between item A, B, or C, same product, different brands, then you're going to choose the item that you have been exposed to in advertising and marketing, the brand that you have the easiest recognition of, or the commercial you actually like. Not like with the like button, but like as in enjoy. You see what I'm saying? So you make those choices without even recognizing it. Or I should say, it's possible to make those choices without even recognizing it. And sometimes you do. And here's an interesting thing. The more likely you are to say, the more you believe that you're not affected, the more susceptible you are to the advertising and marketing. Because the more mindful and aware you are, then the easier it is for you to resist. Going back to the more you use critical thinking skills and think for yourself instead of just being on autopilot. You see how all this stuff works in concert with each other, works together? You see what I'm saying? And now you see the importance of critical thinking skills? It's because this stuff applies across the board in everyday life and everything that you do. Think about relationships. Think about what people think about truck drivers. Think about what you think about strippers. Think about what folks think about people who got dreads. Think about what people think about fellas.
Right to I-10 East.
All of this is autopilot thinking. All of this is not thinking. All of this is opinion and judgment based on what is general opinion. It's not based on thinking. You see what I'm saying? Because if you was thinking, then you will realize your assessment of those people or those groups of people or those types of people or people having those jobs or what you think of lawyers and what you think of police officers. You see what I'm saying? You have an opinion automatically, quick, about those different groups of people. But it's not based on thinking at all. The opinion is based on what the herd
Be
says.
in any of the 3 right lanes.
Your opinion is based on what is commonly repeated, what the message you're commonly exposed to about those different groups of people and those different jobs and those different looks. You see?
Continue on I-10.
See how easy that is? If you are able to think for yourself.